These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads, and today's fearsome foursome are Barry, Steve, Kevin, and Lisa. What a combination of brains. And you're modest, aren't you?
Well, we don't like to put it that way.
I like the way that was a trick question. Hoping to get one over on our quiz geniuses today are Steggles Stands. Now, this team all met while studying computer science at Newcastle University, and their team name comes from their adoration of their favourite teacher, Dr. Steggles. They quiz weekly at their local pub, the Mile Castle, and having won the grand prize of £30 as a bar tab, they feel they are now ready to take on the Eggheads. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm James and I'm a computer science student.
Hi, I'm Charlotte and I'm also a computer science student.
Hi, I'm Alfie and I'm also studying computer science.
Hi, I'm William and like the others, I'm also studying computer science.
James and team, welcome.
Hi there.
Great to see you, and we must hear about Mr. Steggles.
He's just been within our whole university career the whole time we've been there, multiple years, and he's just always known exactly what to say. He doesn't really know who we are properly.
How nice. What a great teacher. He knows you're competing, does he?
He doesn't, so this is going to be a really nice surprise.
Brilliant. So we should say, for those viewers who are, you know, a little bit older, and I would include myself, stands is the new word for fans, which means a really, really almost overly dedicated fan. So, OK, you're all computer scientists, so you're going to want science. How are you on sport and music and the other things?
Not good.
Don't worry, blag it. Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. If the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, we just roll the prize money over. We've done a bit of rolling recently because the Eggheads are on good form. They've won the last 5, which means there is £6,000 for you to win today. Shall we crack on?
Yeah.
OK, James and team, the first subject for you is film and TV. I'm thinking this might be good.
I think I'll take that one, if I can.
Yeah.
OK, Alfie, against which Egghead? You've got Barry, Steve, Kevin and Lisa.
I'm going to go for Barry, because I think our matching cool shirts.
Yeah, Barry's got a whole wardrobe. So Alfie from Steggles Stands versus Barry from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions in our legendary question room. OK, so you are a DJ part-time, Alfie?
Yeah, that is correct.
And you got a student radio station?
Yeah, so it's NSR, the Newcastle Student Radio, and I've got my own show called Sunday Synopsis, and I'll just play some good tunes and talk about films, so hopefully that'll put me in good stead. Brilliant,
that's very handy. It's film and TV this round. Would you like to go first or second, Alfie?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
In which action film does Liam Neeson's character say, "If you let my daughter go now, that will be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you, I will find you, and I will kill you"? Is this John Wick, Taken, or The Fast and the Furious?
Taken.
Yeah, very much so. Taken, well done. Barry, the TV show Lost, created by J.J. Abrams, is set in which of these locations? African desert, Pacific Island, or Australian outback?
I seem to recall it was set on the Pacific Island.
Yes, it was, indeed. Went on for a long old time. Pacific Islands. Alfie, your question. The logo of which movie studio is known as the Majestic Mountain? Is this Paramount, Universal, or Columbia?
Paramount.
Yes, Paramount is right. Your question, to catch up. Barry, Kenneth Branagh has not starred in a film with which of these titles? And Then There Were None, Murder on the Orient Express, or Death on the Nile?
Oh, that's a good question. 3 Agatha Christie films. I'm sure I remember him in Death on the Nile, and I think he was in Murder on the Orient Express. I'll go for And Then There Were None.
The correct answer is And Then There Were None. They're hard to beat, Alfie, but keep going. Who stepped in as the temporary host of Countdown after Anne Robinson's departure in 2022? Nicky Campbell, Colin Murray, or Matthew Wright?
Ooh, not sure on this one. I'm going to go for Colin Murray.
Colin Murray is correct. Good quizzing. 3 out of 3. Let's see if Barry can catch up or will he be knocked out. Egghead, in which year did Sean Penn and Kate Winslet both win acting Oscars? 2005, 2009 or 2013?
Oh, goodness me. I think Sean Penn won an Oscar from, was it Mystic River? When was that? Kate Winslet, she won an Oscar for The Reader. I don't think she won one for Titanic, so that was a fair bit back. I'm not really sure on this. I'll go 2009.
So the Oscar she won was, you're right, for The Reader, and his was Milk, and it was 2009.
Ooh.
Well done.
Tough one to work out, that one.
Okay, we go to sudden death, Alfie. Gets a bit harder, I don't give you alternatives. Who directed the 1956 Western, The Searchers?
Not sure. I'm trying to think who does westerns. Got Ennio Morricone going around in my head, but I think he does soundtracks. I don't know. I'm just going to go Ennio Morricone. It's the only name I can think of.
Ennio Morricone. Yeah, we know him for music. Let's just check with an egghead here.
It's John Ford.
John Ford. And so Ennio Morricone was music, yeah?
He was a composer.
Composer. But when they call them spaghetti westerns, why is that? Is that because of Italian directors?
Made by Italian companies and crews, although a lot of them were actually filmed in Spain. But, yeah, they're Italian productions.
I see. John Ford, Alfie, is the answer. So Barry has the chance to take the round. Sudden death. Barry, Rick Baker won the first ever Academy Award for Best Makeup for his work on which 1981 film?
Rick Baker. Something in my mind is telling me that the first makeup award was for An American Werewolf in London, so I'll go for that.
I think it's that thing where he has the hand, and as he goes like that with his hand, the fingers stretch and it becomes a werewolf's hand. And it still looks like an amazing effect, and you're absolutely right, wow. Barry. Good quizzing. An American Werewolf in London gives Barry the round. Sorry, Alfie. Right. One error with these eggheads, and they're through on goal. Come back, rejoin your teams, and we'll play on. OK, the challengers have lost Alfie. The eggheads are all still there. We play on, and it's geography. So who would like geography?
No one.
It's not my strong point, I must say, but I'd happily take it if nobody else wants to.
You're probably the best.
That sounds like you've just volunteered yourself there.
Yeah. OK, I'll take it.
OK, William, another computer science student against either Steve, Kevin or Lisa.
I'm going to go with Steve for this one.
OK, he's travelled, haven't you, Steve?
I've travelled here.
Well, exactly. William from Steggles Stands versus Steve from the Eggheads on geography. Please, again, take your positions. So geography, I'm guessing it's kind of English UK geography for you, is it, William?
Yes, so I'm big into non-league football, and that takes me to some obscure English towns. So if anything like that comes up, I might be OK, but other than that, we're risking it a bit.
So you travel, what, supporting a particular team?
Yes, I'm a massive Boston United supporter. I've been for most of my life.
I mean, it must be a wonderful way of seeing the country, actually, because you're seeing pretty small grounds, and often the atmosphere is fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, that's the thing with non-league football. A lot of people don't realise how good the atmosphere can be and how well supported some of the teams are.
Yeah, it's just a different experience. It's a brilliant experience. All right, 3 questions on geography. Let's see how far football travelling gets us, William. Would you like to go first or second against our Steve?
I will go second, please.
Steve, which of these US cities is located furthest south? Miami, Philadelphia or Seattle?
Has to be Miami, Jeremy.
You're right, in the state of Florida. William, the area known as the Black Country is located in which part of England? Southwest, Midlands or East Anglia?
That is the Midlands, Jeremy.
It is. Good. You've probably been there.
Yes, multiple times.
All right, Steve. The small tidal island of St. Michael's Mount lies in which body of water? Irish Sea, North Sea or English Channel?
Well, it's off the coast of Cornwall, so it must be English Channel.
English Channel is right. William, back to you. The Great Barrier Reef lies off the coast of which Australian state? Queensland, Victoria, Tasmania?
No, I'm afraid this is going to be a complete guess. But I'm going to go Tasmania and cross my fingers.
Let's see if any challengers know challengers.
I think
Don't really
I've
know.
heard something about Queensland.
Queensland, William. So Steve is in the lead. And Steve, because you've gone first, if you get this right, you will be in the final round. Which of these countries has borders with Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam? Is it Bhutan, Cambodia, or Mongolia?
That's Cambodia, Jeremy.
Oh, you didn't even need to think about that.
Oh, I did think while you were...
Well, I was asking.
Yeah.
Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam all have a border with Cambodia. We say, well done, Steve. You've taken the round. 3 out of 3. Again, these eggheads. Have you had one wrong yet? Eggheads? Still time, says Lisa. William, sorry, knocked out. Don't worry, not over for our challengers by any means. We'll be back shortly. If you would like to work on a question from the eggheads during the break, you've got one, Barry.
Well, this one should be right up your street, Jeremy. Ghost First Chiller is the mascot of which social media app?
I might know that.
I thought you might.
We'll see you with the answer after this short break. Welcome back. Before the break, Barry set us a question, which was Ghostface Chiller is the mascot of which social media app? I've got an idea, but let's just check with the challengers. Do you know?
I'll go with Snapchat, I think.
Snapchat.
There certainly seems to be some sort of spectre on Snapchat.
Well done. It's
That's it.
Snapchat.
Brilliant question. Thank you. Well done if you got that at home. As it stands, Steggles Stands have lost 2 brains from the final round. We're not panicking here, James, are we?
No,
Because we're computer science. We're just a case of getting all the software laid out right.
we take a logical approach and then we'll attack it as is.
Logical and rational and definitely not panicking. The next subject is arts and books. So, James, it's yourself or Charlotte?
I think you'd be better.
I'll take arts and books.
OK, team captain goes into the breach. Against which egghead you can have Kevin or Lisa?
I'll take on Lisa.
Quite honestly, I can't remember the last time I played an arts and books round.
No, I think people are put off by your literary appearance.
I've got a hefty coating of ring rust anyway.
James from Steggles Stands versus Lisa from the Eggheads. For the last time, please go to our question room. OK, James, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, Jeremy.
James, good luck. The subject of Rodin's sculpture, The Thinker, is in which position? Is the subject standing, lying, or sitting?
I believe he's got, like, his fist on his chin and he is sitting.
Sitting is the answer. Well done, James. Lisa, which American playwright married Marilyn Monroe in 1956? Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, or Eugene O'Neill?
Big favourite of mine, Arthur Miller.
Yeah, he's a genius. Arthur Miller. James, who wrote the best-selling 2003 novel, The Kite Runner? Is it Jan Martel, Khaled Hosseini, or Salman Rushdie?
I'm not entirely sure. Something is speaking to me, and speaking to me's got me right so far. So I'm going to say Khaled Hosseini.
Khaled Hosseini is quite right. Well done, James. Well played. Lisa, the former nurse, Annie Wilkes, is a character in which Stephen King novel? Is this It, Misery, The Shining?
I think Annie Wilkes is the nurse who breaks the writer's legs and then refuses to let him out of the bed in Misery.
You're right. And of course, the nurse was brilliantly played by Kathy Bates. This is a great old round for questions, isn't it? James, to whom does the old sailor recount his story in Coleridge's poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner? Wedding guest, gravedigger, or pub drinker?
Poems have never really been my thing, but you think sailor, I think sailors and pubs go together, so I'm going to go for pub drinker.
It's wedding guest. Lisa, question for you. If you get this right, you're in the final. Anthony Powell's 12-book series, A Dance to the Music of Time, takes its name from a 17th century painting by which artist? Claude Lorrain, Charles Lebrun, or Nicolas Poussin?
I don't know. So let's say Claude Lorrain.
Claude Lorrain. No. Nicolas Poussin is the answer. Bit of a let-off, James. That's good. Now we go to sudden death. I don't give you alternatives. Chief Mate Starbuck is one of the characters in which famous 1851 novel by Herman Melville?
I'm even trying to find a novel that was written in 1851 in my head. I'm gonna just say The Odyssey, even though that's by Homer.
Yeah, he's a tiny bit earlier. I suppose Chief Mate Starbuck takes you to a ship, and then you might think, ship, whale, Moby Dick. So it's Moby Dick, yeah. Not to worry. Lisa, for the round. Which poet born in 1608 lost his sight in his 40s and wrote a famous sonnet known as On His Blindness?
That was John Milton.
John Milton's right, you've taken the round. So Eggheads win all three. Come back to us, Captain. You can work out what the tactic is now as your team plays in the final for £6,000. So this is what we have been playing towards. It's time for our final round. As always, it's general knowledge, but I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads aren't going to be in this round. So it's James, Alfie and William, all from Steggles Stands, who we have to ask to leave the studio. Well, Charlotte, I guess you were the person to go for science, were you?
Yeah, I was hoping that would come up.
Do you enjoy the computer science end of things?
Yeah, I do. I am just better at the sciencey side of things as opposed to literature, arts, anything like that. Not my strong point.
Understood. I know it's not in the plan for your three friends to be backstage. I'm sure by now someone has said to Professor Steggles there's a team competing with your surname, so he's watching. Don't worry about the pressure. The main thing is just take your time. You're playing to win yourself, your friends, your team, £6,000. As for you eggheads, Barry, Steve, Kevin, Lisa, you're playing for something that money can't buy, which is your reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. Charlotte, I normally say you can confer. It's a bit difficult with your colleagues back there. But I know that you can defeat them because we've seen it happen. It's just getting the rub of the green now. So would you like to go first or second, Charlotte?
I'd like to go second, please, Jeremy.
General knowledge. First question then to the eggheads. On what part of the body would somebody usually wear a fascinator? Would they wear it on their foot, wrist or head?
Head.
Head, yeah.
Okay, happy with him? That would be on the head.
Indeed. I've never done that, but have you, Lisa?
Yes.
A fascinator. It's like not a hat, but it's something that looks like a hat.
Slightly smaller confection, which you can wear on a band or a clip and just put in your hair.
OK, Charlotte, your first question. The remains of Henry VIII's sunken warship, the Mary Rose, are on permanent display in which city? Portsmouth, Glasgow or Liverpool?
Well, I'm sort of torn between Portsmouth and Liverpool because they're by the sea. But I'm going to go for Portsmouth.
Is she right, eggheads?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes! Brilliant. Well done. Over we go to the eggheads. What is the most populous country in Africa? Egypt, Nigeria or Ethiopia?
Nigeria.
Nigeria?
Nigeria, I suppose. Yeah, that's, yeah. They've all got very large populations, Jeremy, but the one that is the largest of those is Nigeria.
You're right. The figure I've got is 218 million.
Yeah.
Right, over to you, Charlotte. Annalise Dodds, who became the MP for Oxford East in 2017, is a member of which political party? Is she Conservative, Liberal Democrat or Labour?
I can't say that politics is my strong point. I'm just trying to think Oxford East, what I would assume that to be. I'm going to go for Liberal Democrats.
I wonder whether at some point they have had it in the past. I don't know whether they had it in 2017. 2017, who won it, eggheads, do you know?
Labour.
Would you go Lib Dem?
I'd probably go Labour.
Labour is the answer. Right, this is now tricky because as the eggheads went first, did they get this right? They've taken the contest, no way back for our challenger. Third question, eggheads. What type of cooking utensil is a chinois? Frying pan, sieve or whisk?
So that's chinois as in Chinese, C-H-I-N-O-I-S.
C-H-I-N-O-I-S.
Never heard of it.
No.
Sounds French.
I don't know it. I've got an instinct for frying pan.
Well, I say that I would drawn to frying pan, but I don't know why.
Any idea, Lisa?
If you, I mean,
when
purely
I-
linguistically, if it's a French name based on a word we know means Chinese, Chinese don't do a whole bunch of sieving or whisking. So frying pan, sort of,
Yeah,
cookery.
that's decent logic.
Seems to be, the frying pan would seem to be logical.
Okay.
No, we'll go
that's
for that
fair
then.
enough, I think, yeah.
Because I don't know.
We don't actually know it, Jeremy, but we're going to go for frying pan.
Frying pan is your answer. I know exactly what you've done here. You've gone chinois to Chinese and thinking a lot of Chinese food is fried. And I love the logic. It just isn't the right logic.
Yeah.
It's actually a French device. And the reason it's called chinois by chefs, or has been, is because it looks like a Chinese hat. So it's a sieve.
It's a sieve.
All right, well, that's good. It's actually very good. Get this right, take them to sudden death. You're still in it here, Charlotte. If you get it wrong, the contest is over. Which of these football teams was relegated from the Premier League at the end of the 2021-22 season? Watford, Crystal Palace, Brentford.
Sport is not my strong point. I'm going to say Crystal Palace just because it's the team that I've heard of the most.
Crystal Palace, you say, was relegated. I'm just checking the expressions on your colleagues' faces to see if they know the answer here.
It was Watford.
It was Watford who were relegated from the Premier League at the end of that season, and we have to say congratulations. Eggheads, you have won. I know it's hard on your own. You did well. We almost got them on the frying pan. I'm sure that Dr. Steggles will be very proud of all of you. Commiserations, challengers, the Eggheads have done their thing, and there's consolation, they've done it a lot recently. The winning streak continues, so that means the challengers don't take home the £6,000. We roll the money over to our next show, and we wonder who will beat you. Next time, it'll be a jackpot of £7,000, and we'll see how well the challengers do then. Till next time, goodbye.
The Eggheads are back tomorrow at 6:30, and you can join Jeremy Vine for all the hottest topics getting the nation talking every weekday morning here on Channel 5 at 9:15. Next tonight, the hunt for a clone car is putting officers at risk as we hit the road with the motorway cops catching Britain speeders.